Go ahead and push right down. Try and fill your little square there.
Ben Archibald is an artist who loves to share his canvas.
Just grab the paint and go for it. And tell people when they're going to put their fingerprint on this, it's not like you're putting your fingerprint for the police department, but more so like you're just touching the phone or a tablet.
Ben grew up painting wildlife and says that applying color with his fingertips was an idea that came to him when he was asked to paint something for an auction.
So I wanted to bring a painting to the auction for Best Buddies. But for me, I was thinking, who am I as a painter? And then what would somebody want in their living room? That could be sold to anybody and they'd want it on their living room wall. So I thought of bringing people together, create a painting together. And then it came to the idea of, well, if we laid out this grid and people use their fingerprints, then they get to put their signature on it, and there's some emotion tied behind that. So once I reduce the colors down, it's then laying out a grid and sizing the image as though it would fit on the canvas that I choose. So for this one, I'm looking at a grid that is, 3 foot by 4 foot, so I'm about 7,000, a few more than that.
The prep work is tedious and time-consuming. His largest painting consists of over 9,000 coded squares. But Ben doesn't mind that part of the process.
To me, it's a lot like doing a puzzle, and I could sit for days on end doing puzzles. I'm always looking for the ones with the most pieces. But there's about 2/3 to 75% of the time is in the mapping of it now. The first event, and I realized a lot of people are like, what is this even gonna look like? It didn't get people excited. So I spent a week and just did one on my own to kind of convey what was in my head. Brought that to the second event, and everybody was like, oh my word, I want to do this.
Along with helping communities create meaningful art, Ben also does a lot of fingerprint painting on his own, putting down quiet pops of paint one after the other until the picture is revealed.
Sometimes I'll start at the middle of the painting and work outward. That way if I make a mess dripping, it's just going to get covered later on.
A common question Ben gets, yes, they are fingerprints, and no, they can't be read by the FBI.
I had this discussion with somebody yesterday. They're like, why do you call it fingerprints when you can't see a fingerprint? If I said we're all going to finger paint, it doesn't really get you exciting and it doesn't pique your interest. It's really just plopping blobs of paint with your finger. It's not necessarily a fingerprint.
With pixelated paintings, the image is revealed over time, surprising those up close when they take a minute to step back.
Then there's the aspect of you don't know what it's going to look like until it's done. Nobody's done it before, so when I lay out an image, even through the whole process, I'm thinking, what am I doing? This doesn't even look close to the image. And then once you're able to hang it and step back 20 feet, it's pretty cool. I think the funnest thing has been trying to take soft things, fluid things like, skin is one. So skin, fire, water, things that are normally soft and giving them a very hard look up close, but then you're able to step back and it flows.
On this night at Work Lakes Region, hundreds of people have come out to support a great cause and lend their fingerprints to an original work of art to support the nonprofit Kidneys for Kindness.
If there's too much, you end up just creating a lubricant for your finger to slide across the canvas. And if there's not enough, you can't make a clear enough circle. The image is actually symbolizing giving a life to somebody by donating a kidney. It's 2 hands holding a heart, and behind that are tulips sprouting.
April 13th, 2022, I donated my kidney to another New York Life agent. And during my time of recovery, I realized that we needed to create awareness around kidney donation, more for the donor to help them financially during recovery.
Each participant pays to put their print down, and at the end of the night, over 200 people helped to add 5,000 fingerprints.
To have everybody take the time to sign the painting, there's no room or easy, fluid way to do that. However, if it's their fingerprint, they generally remember, because when you have them all together, they all look different. When it's a crowd of little ones, 3-year-olds and 70-year-olds, they all look different. Everybody can usually find their fingerprint afterwards.
A community united in art, not afraid to get a little dirty for a great cause.
Well, nobody does it. So as soon as somebody sees one in person, it's completely different from anything you've seen before.